So I have got to unhook from the chipper here, and I've got to go pick up the metal, the roof pieces for the dump trailer. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. I got the jack stand down one-handed. I wasn't sure how that was going to work. Get that undone. I'm real good left-handed. Let's see. There we go. This thing got to work a jack handle. So that's a good thing. So if you're coming into town this weekend for the logging show on Friday, watch the end of this video. There's some information there for an opportunity, so just be sure and watch the end of the video. There we go. She's undone. So I got the metal picked up, got two lid sections, so that give me right at 8 foot. I got one, that one that's on top right there is gonna go on the front. It'll overlap on the front and on the sides. And then the next one, I'm gonna space it back a little bit and it just overlaps side. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build put an angle iron frame on the inside of it to strengthen it, and then put some eye bolts on it to where it'll where I can lift it on and off as far as that goes. And so it'll have two sections on it up front, and that'll fix that up right there. So that's where we're at on that. I'm gonna hook up to Miss Piggy and pull her out of my shop here. I pulled out a lot of my climbing gear the other day. I pulled a bunch of it out and kind of situated it and went through it, sharpening saws and everything like that. So I'll hook back up to this thing and get out of here. Oh, I opened that new wire core lanyard right there. US Rigging sent me that thing. They sent me that, sent me a Prusik and a heavy duty figure 8, but that steel core lanyard, I was just about ready to buy one when they shot me a message the other day and asked me if I wanted anything or not. So they sent me that. So that'll be good to have on take down stuff. I'm just gonna throw this up. I'm not going to need none of this hooked up. It's hard to do one-handed. Now I can tell you. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything on the side. Chris came over here last night. Got the side cover on. You still see blood on the cover there where I slung it around. He opened the cover on the knives. They looked good last night. It's greased up, ready to go. We pulled the air filter out of it, looked at it. It does a pretty good job. It's amazing that not much stuff goes in that air filter, as much fibers go floating around it. This right here, a dust collector, that's what was in it. Cleaned it out. It was just kind of low fiber. Nothing really much in the filter though on it, but impressive machine. So let's pull her out and get it put under the shed. Let's see where I'm at. Yeah, we good. Oh yeah, we perfect. Just missed a four-wheeler boat. Pull this thing out. the best thing ever right there, y'all. Makes it simple. And there's even blood right there. I'm gonna have to back up a little bit. Yeah, let me back up some. There we go. A little bad forward, but I think it'll come off. There we go. Good deal. All right. We're hooked. So let's grab my 500i out. I'm about to take it in the shop and kind of go over it. Check the air filter and everything on it. It's going to need a sharpening on it too. This is a square ground chain on it right there. Ran it a good bit on that last job that we were on. I'll let Justin run it some. You can see the 362 and the 572 down there. 572 has the X-Tough light bar on it. Corner bar. So this has got a Sugi bar on it. So it's got on it. So I'm gonna carry it in there, pull that air filter out of it. So this is the 562 in the vise here. It's got the 24-inch X-Tough light bar on it. This is that Carlton chain that was sent to me. I had so much trouble with. The breakers were too low on it. Finally got it situated where it'll run real good and cut real good. As far as the chain goes, I'm gonna put an edge on it, or I'm gonna attempt to. We're gonna see how this works. I'm gonna put my thumb kind of messed up, and then I'll chuck the 500 in there and mess with it. So you can see there's the 400, 540, 540. Both of those are battery. 550, that's the old one, and then the 661 right there. And of course, I had it setting up, but it was leaking oil out of it right there. You can see the oil spot on it, like normal. So the only reason this one is not leaking anything out of it is because it's empty. Yeah, see, it's empty down there on it. I'm not sure what the status of this chain is on that one right there, but let's do some chain work. Probably gonna run this 4 strokes on each tooth on it. Let's see. 7/32 file. Alright, here we go. Some of these TVs are damaged a little bit. Looks pretty good. Flip the saw. All right. Blow that file out. Okay, here we go. This file's about done at it. It's still pulling some shavings out of it, not like I like it to. It's not great, but it's a lot better than it was. All right, this is a 500 hour. We're gonna pull the air filter out of it. Let's see the stuff in it right there. Raise it all. You can see a bunch down there in the bottom. Throttle body looks pretty good on it there. Alright. Always put a little grease around that seal right there to help catch anything, but so here we go. This is probably out of just a couple tanks of gas, maybe two. I don't know why I still don't fix this right here. A lot of people scream about aftermarket filters, which the aftermarket filter stuff, I've run quite a few on different saws, and the max flow on the 661 does very well. I have run some stuff on the 400 steel, and I was not happy with that thing at all. If you're going to run something aftermarket, run it for just a little bit and then check it. Don't keep running it so you don't mess something up, because some of this aftermarket stuff, y'all, that people praise on Instagram and all that stuff, it ain't what it's supposed to be. So just keep that in mind. I'll take and put another layer of grease around it right there. I'm not too far from putting another filter in this one here, but I don't understand why Stihl don't try to address that and work on that better than what it is. That in the gas and oil caps, I've got the 500, I've got the 261. I think the 261 sitting over somewhere. I got the 400, 362, I got the 661, and every one of them leak gas and oil out of the gas and oil cap. Every one of them do it. And the other thing too I'm not real happy about is the way these covers, these covers are not going to hold up long term on the 500. The 661 is going to be the same way. The ones that's on the 362 400, that's the same saw other than just a jug and a cylinder on it. They're going to do okay. The Huskies do a real good job. So I get to ask a lot on saw. If I was going to buy, this is a question that I get all the time. If I'm going to buy one saw, I'm a homeowner, I do a little bit of cutting, blah, 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 you know. All right, my answer to that question is always going to be buy the 550 XP Mark II. Can't beat it. 20-inch bar to run the heck out of it like it's not even on it. It's light, very cost effective, don't cost an arm and a leg to buy it either. Some people don't like the 325 chain. I understand that, and they want to run a little bit longer bar than the 20-inch, and that's understandable. So then my next suggestion is to go with the best bang for the buck pound as far as power wise goes, the 60cc class, whether it's the 562 or the 562 XP Husqvarna or the 362 steel. You can run a 24-inch bar on them very, very good, does very well. Some people run them 28s on them. 28's a little much for that saw. You got to let it cut. It'll run it, but you got to let that saw cut. But still, you're not in extreme money either. You're looking at a saw that's roughly around 750 bucks. The weight of it's not bad. If I've got my option on the 60 cc class saw, the dealers around, I've got an option of the dealers. I'm going with the Husqvarna every time on it. I do like the 362 steel. I just don't feel like it's quite the build quality of the Husqvarna, and then you throw in the aggravation of the air filter on the steel and the leaking gas and oil caps. My vote goes to the Husqvarna on that. The stalls are the same price, so that's what I would do on that. I'm gonna clean this 500 up real quick here, get it fixed up, and then we're gonna do some filing on it. There's a lot of questions about the 592. A lot of people want to compare the 592 to this saw. They're not the same. This is an 80cc saw. The 592 is in the 90cc class. So the 592 is going to be more comparable to the 661 down there on the floor. But here's the thing. So this saw right here roughly runs $14.50 or so for dealer costs, or the retail price that you're gonna pay for it. The 592 is actually gonna be less than this saw once it comes in. They're still saying right now they're saying, I didn't get that in there right, the first quarter of 2022. I wouldn't hold your breath on that. It's probably gonna be a little bit on, maybe a little bit further along, because the way things are going right now, I just got a gut feeling that it's still going to be a little while longer before you see the 592s available at the dealers. So the best way to file square ground is from the inside out, and just like you do on a regular file. That way you're not filing against the chrome on it, and I do that the majority of the time. However, I tend to kind of get off doing it like that. So what I'll do is every now and then, to kind of get myself back right, I'll go against the chrome, and that way I know I'm all exactly right. You file it with a double bevel file. These files cost about 15 bucks a piece, so they're very expensive to get them. Or you can use a Symington grinder or one of those like that, but those things are about 1,200 bucks or so, something. But a lot of people make such a big deal about it being hard. It's not that bad. If you can round file pretty good, you can do the double bevel, square ground, square file. You can do it too. So this one here, I'm gonna cut into the chrome on it to kind of make sure I'm good and everything. Light is very important, being able to see. So we're gonna go 5 strokes. And I tell you, there is no chain that will cut like a square file chain will cut when it's sharpened right. You just get a better filing pushing from the inside out. You're not pushing against the chrome. Chain cuts a little bit smoother to me too, in my opinion. When you look at the teeth on them, man, it's obvious why they cut, why the chain cuts like it does. I mean, they're wicked, man, when they're cut like that right there. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so that was all of that one because I'm back around on my Mark II. So we'll hop over on the other side and rub it. That's how I do the square stuff, is like that by hand. All right, so the thing about them saws, that's my opinions on them and my experiences with them, and I run them, day to day, and, I may run a saw different than somebody else does or anything like that, and that's the reason why I run both brands, to where I can see what the differences are, and it also helps me when I'm doing the saw classes when people have steels and things like that. There are things that I do like about the steels better than I do the Husqvarnas and vice versa. And one thing else I want to note here real quick is the logging show in Starkville, Mississippi is coming up this weekend. And so if you're coming into town and you're going to be staying Friday night, course, Starkville, if you're staying in Starkville, you're only about 30 minutes from me. But if you're coming and you're going to be staying, send me an email. My email address is right down below in the description box. Shoot me an email. I already know somebody that's coming, and they're actually going to have to stay in Columbus because there's nowhere to stay in Starkville. Everything's booked up, which that's normally the case. But shoot me an email, and there may be an opportunity for all of us to get together and hang out Friday night for a little while if you want to, and we'll just kind of see what's going on there. But I just want to kind of offer that because it's so close. Like I said, Starkville is about 30 minutes away, and of course, if you're staying in Columbus right here from where I live to the hotels, is only about 8 miles, so it's really close. But shoot me an email if you're coming into town, and we'll see what we can do. I'll send out. I'll respond back, and I'll say, hey, we'll do it at this time, such and such place, and you either come or not. So, but like I said, I just wanted to offer that. I am planning on going over there. I go to the doctor Thursday, and after I get done at the doctor Thursday, I'm planning on heading over there to kind of see what's going on. We've missed the rain so far, that's coming up from the coast, and hopefully it'll kind of stay that away, but there's still just little spotted stuff down south of, so maybe it'll stay that away. But appreciate y'all watching. If you like my stuff, subscribe to it and just click that button. It's free to do. Don't cost you a dime to do it, and it helps me out. And throw that thumbs up, even a big messed up thumb. So we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.